Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Wyman Grover. This is SL Wyman's Rock and Writings channel where I talk about basically all things nerdy, especially pertaining to books and writing and music and tarot. Back again today with another hashtag. This one is a hashtag tarot to the extremes, or Tarot Extreme by Marlena Theresa. I'll make sure everything is hashtag correctly when I actually get this put in. But this seemed like a really fun, kind of quick text, so we're going to go ahead and go through that. If this is your first time here, welcome. Hopefully you'll enjoy yourself. If so, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're a returning person, thank you very much. Glad to have you back. But let's get into this so that we're not just spending so much time on this, blank, boring ground here, right? All right, so the first prompt for this is minimalist versus maximalist. And the minimalist deck I've chosen is the Bone Tarot by C.M. Sawyer. This is one that can be found on Etsy. And I will try, once everything is done, to link things properly so you can find it if you want to, all that good stuff. But, so first of all, these are the backs. Very pretty. Does have the very shiny gold gilding, which I like. So, and that says it's not a minimalist, but where it's minimalist is the imagery here. As you can see, it's all bones, antlers, shells, skulls. Let me give you a little bit of a close-up on this one so you can kind of see what I mean. Very minimalist, but very, very impactful. This deck does not pull punches. It gives you spinning wheel of death, as I like to call it. Definitely doesn't hold back, gives you very precise, very, blunt readings, to say the least. It does not tell you what you want to hear. It tells you what you need to hear, and it does so just in the most simple way. And I could see where this might be a little confronting or off-putting for some people, because it's bones. Bones, shells, antlers, all that good crap. So most people are not going to be... some people might not be too enthused about that. But, yeah. As you can see, by the way, is that not the coolest Tower card? Alright, so that would be my minimalist. Yeah. I do apologize. I am going to have to kind of put these away in between. If only because I have a small space to work with. And I want to have room to show everything off properly. So you have to forgive me just for taking just a second to kind of organize in between, so to speak. But comes in a nice little guidebook too. It's not overly thick, but it's gets the job done. So we're gonna slide that up here. Maximalist. Well, Spirit Keepers Tarot by Annabelle Wen. This is the Revelation edition. Well, first of all, I love this deck. And I find Annabelle's style to be awesome. And very, very thorough. If you've ever read her book, Holistic Tarot, you know what kind of stuff you're in for. But, just look at even the packaging. She even goes into the symbolism on the packaging. The symbolism on the back of these decks. On the back of the deck. And I'll just kind of lay out a few cards for you. And we'll pull this one up a little close so you can kind of see. Look at all these details. Look at all these details. Just wow. Right? every single card is that way. Every single card is that way. Just packed and packed with just symbolism. And first of all, I mean, look at the beautiful gilding on this. Little disheveled because I've actually been using it, but it's gorgeous. Decent shuffle too, I might add. But the reason why, another reason why it's maximalist. Most people will go for a decent sized book. No. You feel that shake the thing? This 800-page thing is the guidebook. And there's another almost 200-page workbook. Yeah, maximalist to the extreme. But it is a wonderful deck. I really am enjoying it so far. I actually keep it, right now it's sitting up on my stand here where I keep my decks because I am studying with it. So it is most definitely worth it. So that's my minimalist maximalist. The next one is day versus night. I kind of had to fight with this one a little bit because I wasn't sure what deck to use for night because I have a crap ton of vampire and dark and gothy themed decks, but we'll get to that later. What I ultimately chose for my daytime though is the Shadowscapes. Yeah, you're gonna see some of these are upside down, but this deck is just so pretty. And again, I'll do this so you can kind of see it. I know it's on its side. I'm sorry. I had to turn this on its side to get a better. It could almost be a maximalist too. Look how intricate that work is, but it's so beautiful. But every single card is just this bright thing of just color and light. And it's a fantastic read. Very, very hopeful too. I should throw that out there. It's extremely hopeful and bright and just, I mean, look at that. Let me give you a little closer look. Look how beautiful that is. I hate spiders. And I find that card just beautiful. Alright, this whole deck is just stunning. And I will also remember to put the authors and the artists because, of course, you know, I don't always remember without the book right in front of me. And I didn't grab all of the guidebooks, so I apologize. My night deck, I decided to use the Luxex Umbra Tarot. And I'm going to try to get a little bit of the, you see all the shiny constellations? He's so pretty. This is by Mystic. And just, yeah, this deck. I have had so many great readings for both myself and other people with this deck. But it's literally like the background for 90% of these cards is like the night sky. My favorite backdrop to use it with actually has constellations on it, and it's all purple and blue and galaxy. It's gorgeous. I mean, how pretty. And there are cards that literally just look like nebulas and the night sky, and just probably my favorite temperance card ever. So yeah, this is my nighttime deck. It is not for the faint of heart because obviously it's a Marseille, so you have to do a lot of work in interpreting some things. But I've never had an issue doing that because it just has always read really great for me, even when I'm reading for somebody else. So, yeah, that is my choice for day and night. So, and also thank you again, Marlena, for doing this tag. This is really interesting, and I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this when it's not just a blank screen there. Number 3 is the best and worst shuffle. We'll start with the best, and that is Chakra Healing Tarot by Malamir Logan. Not only is she a wonderful person, just to talk to, but yeah, her deck is fabulous. And it comes with a really nice, thick, meaty guidebook, which is really, always really nice, right? But, see the backs. I'll give you a little preview of these. I mean, just how beautiful are these? And I am somebody who is just all about color. So if you like color, even in the slightest, this is definitely a deck for you because it is colorful. It is vivid. It is got dark colors, bright colors, light colors. It's fabulous. But we're here for the shuffle, right? Because this is best shuffle versus worst shuffle. So, yep. ASMR time for you people who like the sound of shuffling. Look at that. I don't really riffle, but I'm doing it just once just to show you. If you want to riffle, it riffles. You want to do hand over hand? Hand over hands this way. You want to do hand over hand this way. Look at that. Slides like butter. Hands down, best shuffle out of all my decks. Period. Full stop. I absolutely adore this deck, and like I said, Malamir is just a really nice person. To meet her online. She's really great. Highly recommend checking out her channel. Highly recommend checking out the deck, and I highly recommend just in general, if you get a chance to friend her, do it. She's a very awesome person. And now the worst shuffle. And I feel bad that I'm about to kind of crap on this deck a little bit because it's a great deck. These are the inner child cards. And they're beautiful. So perfect for inner child work. They're so they have everything I would ever want in an inner child work deck. This is just perfect, right? But here's the problem. Paper freaking thin cardstock. Number one. Number two. Okay, my hands are not overly big. This deck is stinking huge. You can't, this is literally the only way I can shuffle it, is this really weird, awkward, barely works hand over hand. You cannot riffle this thing. It is too wide. It is too big. And my hands are too small to grab it from the side. Literally the only way you can do it is hand over hand, grabbing it like this. And, well, it works. It works just fine. But this is one of the only decks I have that literally I can only shuffle it one way or it fights me the entire way. So that would be a worse shuffle. All right, number 4. Comfort versus confronting. And I think confronting was supposed to be the first one. So, Darrow of the Vampires. You don't get much more confronting. You want a deck that will make you face your crap, whether you want to or not. It's this deck. The guidebook is absolutely, without fail, the best guidebook I have ever had. One of the best. It's just way up there. It's called Phantasmagoria, and it's fabulous. But this deck, the images are confronting. Also, I should throw in a slight nudity spoiler / warning, because some of these cards I don't feel are necessarily appropriate for younger viewers. Just my opinion. Hashtag not for kids. But, yeah. Confronting. It is not afraid to take you to some very dark places to help you kind of navigate your way back to the light after you've kind of dealt with some of the darkness within. And yeah, it's not afraid to hold up some pretty dark mirrors there. So I would definitely say probably my most confronting deck. That is tied with the Darkwood, but that is for another part of this tag, so you will see that one as well. Now, for most comforting. You guys are not going to be too horribly surprised by this one, I don't think, because I mention it a lot on my channel. And that is my Weaver Tarot, my Journeyman Edition. Journey, my shiny pastel baby. This deck, not only is it freaking just, well, you can see it's gorgeous. Not only is it gorgeous, but it's my comfort deck. It is my comfort deck. It is the deck I go to when I just need 1 or 2 cards to just pat me on the head, tell me everything gonna be okay, and give me a good word to get me to pick myself up for the day. This deck never fails to do that for me, ever. And, you know, the fact that it's got this beautiful, paler, lighter color scheme, you know, helps. It kind of helps the whole feel for me. So, yeah, that would be my most comforting deck. Be the Weaver Tarot. This is from Threads of Fate. And the deck before was from Ian Daniels. It's the one who did the Tarot of the Vampires. All right, number 5. Every day versus every so often. Every day. Tarot of the Hidden Realm. This deck is one of my absolute favorite decks. Again, hashtag slight nudity warning. And normally I'm not for, like, I can get with animal decks, but for some reason this being as people-y as what it is really works. And of course I love Fae energy. I, work with that in this deck. To me, I know some people will say, oh, fall or spring or summer. To me, this is a winter deck. It's definitely winter court. But it's so pretty. And the cute little face on that otter. Gotta love it. But it's a great, simple, I mean, you can use it every day. Oh, Foxy. But the thing is, it's not a simple read, I wouldn't say. The guidebook was written by Barbara Moore. Of course, I'm blanking on the name of the artist. I feel so bad about that. But you get a really deep message. But that one is just a great everyday deck. I really enjoy just using it as an everyday kind of, check-in. And, it's got a great little story. It likes to tell a story, and I'm really big on that, being a writer. Every once in a while, this is the Cosmovisions Oracle / Tarot by James Eads. And again, beautiful, beautiful deck. I absolutely love it. I've gotten some very deep, wonderful readings from it. By the way, let me show you the edge. So pretty. It's like this deep blue, black, and I'm probably not going to do, oh, there we go. It's holographic. It's got the shinies, which, hashtag I'm a magpie. So I love that stuff. But the reason why this is an every so often and not an every day is because you really have to kind of take a leap with this one, because it's not 100% the traditional tarot. It's kind of structured a little differently, even though it's a tarot. It's kind of oracle, and bridges that middle ground a little bit. So it's not something you can just really fast everyday read. So it's something that, you pull out once in a while. I like to pull this out in like the spring or the fall, like those kind of in-between seasons. That really seems to be time of year it works best for me. So, but that's just me. Oh, my favorite card. Favorite mythological animal, favorite animal, little dot ever. I love phoenixes. So that is my every day, every so often. The next one is overrated versus underrated. Oh man, am I gonna get hate for this one? Please don't come for me in the comments. Please, please, please. But, yeah. Underrated? Or overrated, I should say. Mr. Girly. Yeah. Absolutely no shade against Lady Frida Harris's artwork whatsoever. Like, I have no problems with that. But, trying to read Crowley's original books on this deck, I can't do it. It hurts my head. So I literally have to find other books for, this. And it drives me crazy. That said, again, I don't have issues with the artwork or the artist or anything like that. I appreciate all the contributions this has made to the tarot conversation, but just by virtue of it being stinking everywhere and just by virtue of the writing, in my opinion, being very overblown and hard to get through, yeah, that's my overrated. Underrated. I'm going with The Mystic Mondays by Grace Duong. First of all, hopefully I'm saying her name right. Look at the colors. The book has color with full color pictures. Look at that. It's pretty. It goes through a rainbow. I'm a magpie. You want to get me with colors and get me with shiny. Again, we're probably going to have to tilt it. Look at that. We have holographic. We have shiny. Very pretty. Those are the backs. But, there is something so simplistic, but at the same time, so profound about this deck. I'm actually using it right now. This is my daily deck for the month. And it'll knock you off your feet, but at the same time, it picks you back up. And there is so much just variety in color, theme, all of that. It's, yeah, highly underrated. Very, very 80s feel to it. So, I'm there for that. But, yeah, there you go. That, in my opinion, is the most underrated deck. And we have one more to go. And that is light work versus shadow work. This one is going to be another interesting one because the first deck I'm going to pull out for light work, I also use for like inner child work. And most people are going to be like, what? Why would you use this deck for that? Because it's touted as a shadow work deck. But for me, it's not. And that is Shadowlands. It's beautiful shiny gold. Because again, a magpie. Well, look at it. It's so cool. I mean, yes, it's very kind of, but it's creepy cute. And most people don't do creepy cute. But for me, this helps. This brings out that inner child. It's very Addams Family, very Beetlejuice, Tim Burton. But it's about play. It's about imagination. It's about really, reaching within yourself and figuring out what that inner child needs. And to me, that is all about light work. Although, admittedly, doesn't mean there's not some tough cards because, voodoo doll. Owie. But, it's a 10 of swords. What more do you want? I mean, it's hard to make that a happy card. And if a deck can do that, then I think they're doing the 10 of swords a disservice because it's not about happy. So, that's my light work deck. Now for shadow work. Remember how I mentioned that, the Darkwood could be my most confronting deck as well? Well, guess where it's showing up? Shadow Work. Because, love that card, by the way. This deck does not play. There is no nice. There is no sugarcoat. There is no, hey, I'm just going to be, kind of tiptoe around the subject. No. This drop kicks your butt into the middle of the dark woods and then goes find your way out. We're going right for the dark spots. And we're going to take you right there, and then you have to find your way back out. Will help, of course, but it does not pull punches. It does not spare your feelings. It does not give you what I would call the, hi, let's pat you on the head. No, it does not do that. So it is most definitely my Shadow Work deck. So there you have it. Hopefully this wasn't too boring or too long. I want to thank Marlena again for this tag. I wanted to jump on it as quickly as I could, so thank you. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this hasn't been too boring, and I appreciate you sticking around this long. If you like what you see, feel free to, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that wonderful stuff. Otherwise, I just want to say thank you. Have a beautiful day, guys. Be safe. Bye.